Hi, it's Supermoon Tarot here. Before we get into the video, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe. It helps out like you would not believe. Today we are going to be focusing on a weekend reading. Now, whatever comes up, I'll talk about, so this could bounce around from a person you're going to run into, to a love connection, to financial opportunities, whatever it is, we're going to be talking about it. Your mood, your mindset, something to keep in mind. I'm going to be doing this by astrology signs, and I'm going to be shuffling and picking them in no particular order. Whatever tarot wants me to go in, I'm going to follow it because tarot knows. And make sure if the message resonates with you, awesome. If it doesn't, just let it fly and come by for the next one. But definitely consider checking out your moon rising sign too, because you never know, because this is such a large audience, you never know what I'm connecting with. Anyways, your sign is in the description below with a timestamp. Let's get started. Hi Aquarius, I hope you're doing well today. Now, when I was going to pull cards, I was only intending to grab one card to connect with your energy and then a couple more for intent, but I actually got two different cards that dropped, which is not a coincidence as it is in tarot, with Temperance, Upright, and Two of Pentacles. It looks like we've got a balancing thing here, and when I pulled some more cards, we definitely get a clearer message with the Ten of Wands in reverse and the High Priestess in reverse. Starting over here, I can tell you are just trying to center yourself. You're trying to find your strength and your capabilities and just feeling like the best version of yourself through balance. But this is not tarot's version of saying, hey, listen, I just want to make it absolutely clear. This is about balance. This is about finding our harmonious center through the proportion of two different things going on here. This is about the relationship between you at home, trying to find balance, having it trying to help and affect you at your work, school, home life, whatever you're doing for earning money or you're trying to earn money. And then that then in turn affecting you at home. It's kind of becoming a cycle that's starting to build up. It seems like you've been handling it well for a while, but it's getting kind of intense. I get sort of a heavy burden kind of feeling, not just here in the Ten of Wands, but I can hear Spirit like kind of putting a lot of pressure and really pushing down my shoulders and kind of wanting to grab the back of my head and make me just feel this impending sense of like, hurry, 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 hurry. I also get a lot of guilt vibe from the Temperance card here. So this is you at home saying like, okay, I'm off. I finally have a break, and you're going to go watch a movie, eat some ice cream, whatever your snack of choice is. And when you're going to do it, you're having a good time. Everything's great. But then you start to feel guilty. Am I doing this too much? Should I be doing something that's a little more meaningful or productive with my time? But then if I do that too much, am I ever really getting a break? So it doesn't really feel like you're fully decompressing because you're trying to find what is that magic balance level for you when it comes to feeling like the best version of yourself. And you're trying to feel like the best version of yourself at home so you can bring that into your work environment going on over here. So this is definitely you trying to, again, we talk about balance and handling a multitude of projects going on because there's a lot of responsibility and weight on your shoulders, but it just feels like you're barely making it work and you're not feeling fully decompressed at home. And the thing that's not making you feel fully decompressed at home is you know you need to do well at work to earn enough money to help you then decompress. It's becoming a cycle. I think we all get into these cycles and are a little too focused on it, and it never feels like you're fully present in the moment or fully in tune with the one thing, and you're putting too much pressure on yourself. And this gets repeated again in the Ten of Wands and the High Priestess. This is you unloading your stress on yourself with this sense of like, so the High Priestess is somebody who's able to know, you know what? I've got this. Even if others don't agree with me, I am so in tune with myself and understand what the right choice is, not out of ego or whatever. I'm in tune. I know what the right decision is. It's like you're putting too much of that burden and weight and stress you're feeling over on yourself and being like, yep, oh, nope, I got it. But the thing with intuition and following your gut is you have to check in with yourself. You have to make sure it's like you're blindly allowing yourself and accepting that that's how it is. But with the High Priestess card in reverse, it looks like you're actually not in tune. It's kind of giving a warning of like, that ball's gonna drop, you're off, which I'm sure is not fun to hear because clearly you're in the pursuit of trying to feel more connected to yourself and stuff like that. So definitely something's got to give. You got to give up some more responsibility somewhere else, or really maybe take some time to meditate and get really connected with that part of yourself that's in the moment, that's decompressing. Stop putting pressure on yourself to relax, putting pressure on yourself at work. You got to pull back a little bit and stop accepting so much responsibility on yourself that you're the only one that can do it, that you have all the answers. Maybe just kind of allow there to maybe be the occasional mistake. See if someone else can help you. Just take a breath. Just chill out a little bit. There's a little bit of disorganizedness going on here. So there you go, Aquarius. Hello, all my fellow Geminis. Hi. Okay, so I was pulling out some cards and I was trying to just grab one, but two dropped, as it so is today. You got the Lover's card, repetitive Gemini, love that. You got the Empress card in reverse. So we got something going on here with a mother figure. Now this can deal with just straight up a romantic situation you're in. Again, I'm talking to couples right now who are dealing with just some sort of jealousy. It's like love with a lot of negative guilt around it that's like bothering the relationship. But I'm connecting more strongly to like an overbearing sort of motherly figure, somebody who's like an older female that's kind of been like really up in your, stuff as a couple and trying to like get in there. It seems like you guys are pretty tight as a couple though. And so I pulled some more cards to get some more context, and I got a Page of Pentacles in reverse and 8 of Swords in reverse, which is really great. So basically I can see as a couple you're very strong. Not just the fact that the Lovers came up and this is romantic, but this shows that you guys really care about each other, that you work really hard to be connected harmoniously, be on the same page. This is a relationship with a lot of balance. You're kind of like ride or die type of situation, and you're very close. When I see this mother figure popping up, Spirit's telling me that this is a situation where you might be living at home, or like you see them on a regular enough basis, like they're up in your phone and your business and in person quite a bit, and it seems like they've been kind of imposing themselves. Now this doesn't mean they necessarily have a problem with your relationship. I don't really get that vibe. It's more that, I mean, that could be for some of you, but I get more of a kind of a connection and feeling that this overbearing quality is more coming from their own personal like neediness and their own self. They're projecting on you essentially. Probably they might be jealous about how bond your tight is with this other person and not with them. Now the main thing I see popping up here is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Now they might have been bothering you for some time and, criticizing the lack of money coming in or something. Maybe you guys don't earn a lot of money, the kind of money that this person would like you to earn. But this gives me more of a vibe, to be honest with you, that this person kind of like impeding themselves in your situation is unaware of how they negatively affect your financial situation. So maybe they make things too difficult and it makes it harder to, have the energy to work more, or they've done things that have prevented you from being able to get a better type of job. Whatever it is, it feels like they are unaware. They're so kind of desperately holding on. There's like a clingy factor going on here that they have been kind of making it rough for a while. Well, I have some very positive good news with the 8 of Swords in reverse. It looks like this is a situation you're going to be coming out of this weekend. It seems like a really important break, mentally, especially with them. And I do say mentally because the only power they have over you is the power that you give them. And it looks like there's some sort of clarification going on here where you just suddenly are aware that like they don't have to affect you, and therefore don't have to then leak over, your emotions don't have to leak over into your financial situation. And this just seems like a really positive beginning. So pretty awesome. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that reading. All right, Aries, it looks like we've got a love connection going on with the Knight of Cups. This is very, somebody stepping forward and just, taking the lead, but unabashedly. It's not about ego. It's just about the silliness and fun of being gushy with your emotions and romantic and silly and wanting to impress you, and wearing their heart on their sleeve without any worry about how it makes them look or the repercussions, which is really beautiful. This is a very fun, open card with a lot of romance and sensuality behind it, especially in the bedroom. But then unfortunately we have the Ace of Swords here. Now this is something where I'm not quite sure in this particular situation if this is you taking the lead and being romantic to someone and making the connection, or if this is them acting and connecting to you, and you're the Ace of Swords. But over here we have somebody who's unfortunately just like not really great right now. They are overly critical of themselves. They feel like they're always one step behind life at the moment. We've got someone who is just all about the emotions and just very free about it and a good place with their emotions, come into somebody who is way too in their head and just not in a good place, like over judging themselves. And that concept actually continues as I pulled some more cards. We've got the Five of Cups upright, and we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, which in a weird way I always feel is kind of a positive card when it's in its reverse. So in the Five of Cups, we have somebody who is just seeing the glass as half empty. They are just overly critical of themselves, just seeing the worst in everything, and they're totally distracted by this mindset. It's something that's becoming a real bump to this person approaching the other person, approaching them with romance, approaching them with this opportunity. And over here with the Nine of Swords, we have someone just totally in their head. Same concept. Very anxious. Every card seems to be unaware of the other. So that's where a big part of the disconnect is coming on. If you're connecting to them, that's a huge reason why they just feel so off. Or if you're going through this right now, it just seems like while there is a lot of like emotions and mind stuff going on here, it just seems like one is unaware that they're being so anxious. So it's probably causing them to be too in their head. And then feeling like they're off is because of their emotions and being too in their head, but they're just totally not even connecting in that front or that ability. But the good thing to know with the Nine of Swords in reverse is this is something where all this anxiety you're really building up, or this other person is really building up, is not there. It's this feeling and worry and over anxiousness, almost to the level of hypochondria, where you are unfortunately predicting something that isn't going to happen. But it is a worrying concern that there's just too much anxiety around it, that maybe you could start manifesting what you don't want, or vice versa when you approach them and they're doing that. Either way, it looks like this love connection doesn't end up happening. We got the Eight of Cups right here upright. So either you come to them, you think, hey, what's up? I'm feeling like my best self. And you definitely choose to walk away from them. You're not going to see them again. This is not something you're going to even try later when they feel better or run into. You're just totally like, listen, I've got my eye on the prize. I'm in too good of a feeling spot right now. I just don't have time for this. Sorry, it's not anything personal. I'm just being objective here when I can see we're just not going to click right now. So I'm going to move forward, because there's definitely this pursuit and this thing you're looking for, and you're waiting for someone to fit in that box, and vice versa. If you're the person that's feeling anxious, unfortunately they're just walking away from you right now because it's not meant to be at this moment in time. In fact, it's just not meant to be between the two of you, essentially, and that's okay. It's not a big deal. So yeah, there you go, Aries. Sagittarius, the name of the game is all about secrets and money. Money and secrets and money. I have the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Six of Pentacles upright, and the Two of Pentacles upright, and the Four of Pentacles upright. Now, it looks like you're going to have this weekend some information come to the surface. Now, this could be a secret, but I'm kind of getting a stronger vibe that it's just information you'd love people to not be necessarily privy to. Now, it's not going to be revealed to a very large audience. It's not going to shake this dynamic you got going on here pretty successfully, which is great because I can see the Two of Pentacles standing up. But it is something that is going to come out. It looks like either a Gemini, Capricorn, or Taurus is going to be doing the information leaking. And basically what's going on here is we have this dynamic going on the persona you want to give people, and the part of you that you're dealing with right now. So over here, I can see that you're somebody who really cares about coming across as a good person. You want to be the person people can rely on, that you know what's best for other people. You want to be generous. You're the person that wants to help people when it comes to any sort of slight struggle, and you want to, that's really important to you. But in reality, you're kind of not in the best place right now. It looks like you're dipping a little bit into the savings, and honestly, you'd love not to do that. And when I say savings, I'm not just referring to financial savings. I'm talking about your emotional savings. What you have, you just don't have the capabilities or enough resources to give. And you'd personally love to hold on to it, stop giving yourself out. It kind of is starting to bother you a little bit. This is where dynamic, but there's a bit of guilt going on of like, am I a bad person if I don't give it? And you've been successfully for a while kind of managing both of these concepts without anyone knowing. You know, you've been protecting what you have, keeping people away from it, not letting them know that you're not in the best place right now to be able to, like, somehow there's like, when I see you hiding it, part of me thinks you view it as some sort of defining personality trait or like a weakness of some sort, which it's not. It's okay. We're not always, able to give what we can't. But this is really important for you. You and your community, this could be family, this could be friends, whatever it is, it's important for you to come off as the nice guy. But you're defining the nice guy as only one way. And like I said, you're making this work right now. Everything seems to be balancing just fine. But it looks like a little bit of information is going to come out. I wonder if that will be something that benefits you. Part of me thinks it does. Anyways, that's your reading for the weekend, Sagittarius. Cancer, you've got your mind on your money and your money on your mind with Queen of Pentacles upright and Queen of Swords upright. We have 8 of Pentacles upright and 4 of Wands upright. Wow. I have nothing but good things to say for you this weekend. This is awesome. You, right here, I can tell you are on the top of your game as a human being. It looks like you've really got things under control financially, which is really cool. And something to note here with both of these cards being so close to each other is this is a really good time to consider this weekend to manifest, to start thinking about things that you'd like to obtain, because it's not just about things that you could potentially go and purchase or save a little money for. It's things that seem almost just a little bit out of your grasp, like maybe going on a trip or something a little more relationship oriented, whatever, floats your boat, because it's not as out of reach as you think it is. It takes a lot when it comes to money. People aren't always aware, but it's a combination of skills, emotions, spiritual mindset. We don't know it, but we're subconsciously putting out messages all the time. And you've got it down. You are on the right path. You're totally fine and you're killing it. That same goes here. You're really in good, like something I really love that you're kind of like in this kind of I talk about, you're in a really good mental place. Both of these, like you're on the top 8 games, so you're making a lot of money and you're in a certain level of like confidence and stuff like that. Is I really like that you basically can trust in yourself, because when it comes to interacting with other people, you know that you're gonna say what you want, say what you don't want, and you're totally over the tears and people's drama. You're not concerned about it anymore. You know what you want. You want to put it out there. You're not worried if you hurt people's feelings. You're not trying to hurt people's feelings, but you're like, listen, I've got my money. I've got my dreams. I feel like I know what I want and what I want to do, and we're moving forward, okay? Are you with me or are you not? So you're like totally in your little, if you thought of yourself as like a kingdom, you're set. You're golden. You're in the golden era. And that gets repeated over here with compliments of not only the way you approach things, but something you should definitely enjoy considering over this weekend. This is a play hard, work hard type of situation. You definitely are aware of the long, both of these with that you're enjoying and understanding the long-term benefits when it comes to the repetitiveness of work. So just work hard, take those extra hours up, do what you need to do to like prepare yourself for the work day, like Monday, and get yourself steady. Or if you have a couple hours this week, and definitely take note to just enjoy it and earn that extra dollar, because this is what got you here in the first place, is that sort of mindset. But then simultaneously, I see you having some fun with friends, but specifically more of a at-home sort of celebration. So this is something where you invite a bunch of friends over and you watch the movies together. You have a good time together. This is something that would be a close-knit group of friends. These are not randoms. So definitely take some time to just enjoy the fact that all your hard work means something, and just keep doing what you're doing, essentially. That methodical work is really adding up for you. Definitely have fun, because that balance that you've found between the two has really achieved you to both of these things. And just like enjoy all the hard work, because you're receiving the payoff. Oh, also, I do want to make a note here that you should focus on spending as much time outside as you do inside, because that's something that's just, for whatever reason, it's just giving you the energy you need. You really benefit from both, so give yourself both. And it's just a whole wonderfully yin and yang opposing of playfulness and work going on this weekend for you. So enjoy it. Libra, we've got the Devil in reverse, the Empress in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, and the Death card in reverse. Wow, 2 definite endings. This is interesting. I can see you being smothered. I can see someone's trying to control you. You know what's so interesting about this is, this to me feels like a mother and father connection that isn't your own. So this could be an in-law type of situation that's been maybe impeding on your personal relationship with the person you're with right now. Or this could be somebody at work, but I'm getting 2 strong, a male and a female. But either way, it's been just like they've just been in your business and making it really tough for you and making you feel caged. I can see that here in the Devil. They've constantly been pulling you back and forth with what they are dealing with. So maybe they make you feel a little sorry. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, this is just what I'm going through. So you come back in. Then they push you in a direction where you're like, why am I here? What am I doing to myself? And every time you seem like you're going to go away, they kind of tempt you and pull you back. And it's become a real problem. Well, get excited, guys, because I see a severance from this negative connection this weekend. So first of all, just with the Death card going on here, for sure, this is just like it's run its course. You don't really have to do anything. It was meant to end. It's ending right now. All is good in that jazz. But definitely take note of the options you're being given. You're given 2 options when they come up. And when they come up, you're going to notice there's one option that kind of leans to more of their personal favor, these dominant people, or something that's going to maybe more benefit you. And often you choose not to the other one because you're afraid of pulling away. You've kind of been put into this mentality where you have believed the prison they've put you in. And you're going to need to go with that other choice. Make note when there's choices being made, and always take the other one, because that's the thing that's helping sever the bond, and that's the direction you need to go in. But something that's the natural ending is here, but I'm going to just repeat that the Devil card in reverse here is talking about how you're finally going to be free of them. It doesn't seem like their offers affect you anymore. You don't really care if they make you think that they're trying to put guilt on you, or tempting you with maybe money or offers or opportunities or gifts or something like that. It just doesn't work for you anymore. But the kind of cool thing here is it doesn't really feel angry. It just kind of feels like you're done. You're just like, you're so beyond it. You're beyond even bitterness. You're just kind of like, yeah, I think I'm waking up. I see it as it is, and I'm moving on. Bye. see ya. Just definitely don't look back, I'll say, because there is still a sort of connection I'm going to pick up, to be honest with you. It looks like they're still going to be focused on you for a little while. They're very intense with their energy and their lock on you. So that's just definitely not something that can be shaken off that easy. But at least your connection to them feels severed and done, both from your own personal choices, perspective, and just it was the way it was going to go, which is really cool. So definitely pay attention to those options when they come up, because it is important. And just know that what seems like, you know, you're trying to do the right thing for someone else, or it seems like a thing that will get you ahead, is maybe just not worth it. Just strike it off the table. It has no weight with promise or good feelings, is the best way I can put it. So there you go, Libra. Virgo, or should I say a very, very tired Virgo. When I see the Four of Swords in reverse as your primary energy I'm connecting with. And naughty, it looks like you should have taken a break a very long time ago, and you're very aware of that. But sometimes in life, you just gotta keep pushing, you gotta keep working. There is no time for a break, but get excited. I do see a break coming up for you this weekend that you're gonna share with someone special, with the Lovers upright and the World upright, indicating the way you're doing it, which is through traveling. So the Lovers card is not only referring to this can be with a significant other. This is like a best friend or a sibling you have a close relationship with. This is your ride or die. This is somebody who cares about what they do and how it affects you, and vice versa. You're very in sync. There's a lot of like, what can we do to benefit one another and this friendship or relationship, which is a huge decompressor for you, which is amazing. So you're going to get together with them this weekend, and you're going to go out and see the world together. Now, the cool thing is, this is where the relaxation comes in. Sometimes when we try to relax, we are unable to after such a long period of working hard. We don't know how to like turn it off, so to speak. So you've got a bit of tunnel vision going on here. You've been so laser focused on maybe studying for tests, or you're working hard and you want to get that promotion, and you can't see anything else. By going outside and seeing how other people live their lives or what's going on, it just gets your mind off of it. Just by getting to be in the physical place of how there's different things going on in the world and people are living different lives is what gets your brain off of this, relaxes you, and just gives you enough stimulation mentally, so because you still relax and like and enjoy to think. That's like how you like to live life. You don't like to completely shut off, but it is a more positive place to put your energy and mental attention. Now I can see here in the Knight of Pentacles, another important thing you're going to be learning over this weekend and break is just reconnecting with the concept of you can still get things done and chill out and take your time. Things do not have to move a mile a minute. You can be slow, understand that the tortoise can win the race, and just this is definitely a slower vacation. So this is something where you take a 2-hour breakfast. I don't know who's taking a 2-hour breakfast. I've never taken a 2-hour breakfast in my life, but somebody is. Maybe you will be the first. Then you slowly walk your way down to the park, more focused on the conversation with your special friend or special someone, rather than like, okay, we're hitting up every museum in this nearby city. It's not about that. It's about understanding that sometimes speed is just as important as destination, is the best way to put it. And that gets transferred over in giving the relaxation you kind of mentally, subconsciously need to hear and reconnect with, and just enjoying it in itself over the weekend. The last thing I pulled was the Chariot. So that reconfirms the travel thing going on here. But this also talks about how, and this would be technically at the end of the spread, but I'm all about OCD symmetry, is that this more relaxed perspective, as well as kind of pulling out of this tunnel vision and having this close-knit sort of relationship, and kind of all feeling this is what like rejuvenates you, gets you back, gets brought back over to the weekday. And this is the thing that is giving me a very strong inkling that right after the weekend, you're gonna get some really like positive, how do I put this? Like, I'm going to generalize it and just say some good things are coming your way, but this would be the energy that you bring to the table that finally your boss recognizes, and that's the thing that kind of gets you either more hours or a promotion, or, you know, it's just the attention you know you were working hard towards you finally receive, or you took the test and it seems like your brain finally chilled out enough to get a better score. So overall, this is a really positive thing, and this is the way you're going to decompress. This is how you're going to reset this weekend. So very awesome. Hey Scorpio, I'm going to need you to listen up. Pay attention. Something important is coming up. Something you didn't even anticipate or expect. The finish line. I'm sure it wasn't even on your mind that it would pop up this soon, but it is. And you might miss it if you're not keeping your ears open. I can see that with the Page of Swords upright and the Star card in reverse. It looks like in the Page of Swords upright, we have a situation where you are receiving feedback. This is, it looks favorable, but this would be kind of a one-off comment or critique. This is just letting you know something about what you're working on and an opinion about it. But the thing is, it's going to feel like nothing. Maybe you've even heard the comment before. But the thing is, in life, while many smaller things add up to the whole, there are, for some people, significant situations and key moments in our life that were the very factor that made us start that business that was so successful, or, pick the love of our life, whatever the situation is. And this one offshoot type of comment that you would easily overlook is your key pivotal moment in the Star card. Now, the reason why I jokingly said pay attention, listen up, is the Star card talks about how you are on the right path. Everything's great, but you're just not aware of it. And it lets me know that no matter what, you're going to make the right decision and everything's going to be okay. You don't need to be an over analytical mess and listen to every single comment and then be swayed this way and that way and be a mess by the end of the weekend. You'll know when you hear it what's the right thing to follow either way. But if you're more aware of it, you can use it to your advantage and really put some like energy and enthusiasm behind it. I even have some more good news here, and this is why I just feel like when I see the Six of Pentacles here, this is referring to some sort of a project you're working on, because the Six of Pentacles talks about how you're going to receive financial funding for this, which is really cool. Again, I just keep getting this vibe that like, okay, so let's say you were a fashion designer, aspiring fashion designer. This is the pivotal thing that makes your fashion line, you realize, oh, you should make all blue dresses. And that's the thing that's going to make your line stand out. That's the genius comment. Or maybe you have a YouTube channel and this is the thing that makes you realize how you need your thumbnails to look and everything seems to work out and connect for you. Either way, this is when you receive the money to be able to buy the camera, to be able to actually go out and buy the cloth that you need. And then this is what I talked about when I said there's a sort of a finishing line that you're receiving with the Chariot. Now, the Chariot points to this all working out for you, being really positive success that you bring over into the weekday, which is really cool. But this also talks about this concept of like being a mastery, a kind of a conclusion at this point with this particular situation that is going to be all brought together, fueled into energy, and blasted off into as it keeps developing as a concept. So like I said, you've figured out how you want the dresses designed. You have the money to go buy the cloth, but now you can take all of that and go find a catwalk and some models and actually approach designers and celebrities to wear your product, whatever it is. So definitely pay attention to this person. Get excited about the funding. You've got it either way. And ultimately, I see a lot of positivity and success behind you, which is really cool. Capricorn, Capricorn, I am very excited to announce it looks like you're going to be having some sort of an epiphany this weekend. I don't know, it feels like this is important because it will be the information you need to hear to start and move on from something else. Something must have been holding you back because there's just this like general feeling and sense of like, oh, but of course. I only say that because we've got some more bliss continuing over in the sun, but I see the Two of Cups in reverse and I have the Page of Wands in reverse. So it looks like maybe this is referring to a relationship that went south with you and another person, but this can actually refer to another couple. Like maybe you've been having issues with them and you've been butting heads. This could be a group of friends. This can be a bunch of different interesting dynamics going on, but whatever the reason is, you suddenly have some sort of like awareness of whatever you need to hear to be able to move on from this being your attention and focus. I can see over here in Page of Wands, this epiphany and clarity kind of totally throws you in a different route away from this negative situation going on that feels very disharmonious. I can see you kind of moving your energies in a new, sometimes it's about reorganizing your energies, and sometimes it's about being like, listen, this just is not the path for me anymore. I gotta go somewhere else. I'm wasting it here. So that's really cool. It definitely, and the cool thing with the sun being here and the Page of Wands, they both repeat this idea of like positivity and happiness and feeling free-spirited. When that pops up repetitively like this, especially with this one in between, I think you've been kind of bogged down for a while and not feeling limitless and free-spirited and really happy and all this positive good vibe stuff. So soak it up, enjoy this epiphany, realize this is now the back burner. You're going somewhere else. This is no longer, this is going to be something left in the background of your mind, and you're just going to generally have like a really carefree, happy, overwhelmingly joyful time period this weekend, which is always amazing. All right, Taurus, I am connecting to the part of you that has been building something for some time. This is like a sense of security. This can refer to your like security within like the little family you're building, but this is also, I'm getting like more of a financial situation. You've been successful for a while and you've been building up this, like, you know, you understand what it means in order to receive success. You've put in the hours, you've saved the money, but you also understand and have a bit of a sort of practical mindset to understand that things don't last forever. So you've been working on the things that you need to do to make that last forever. And you've been doing that well. But unfortunately, I see a distraction coming your way. And I don't think necessarily your fate is sealed in stone. It's definitely something where you have a bit of a choice going on here. I see the Chariot upright, Three of Swords upright, and the Queen of Wands upright. With the Queen of Wands upright, I see we're connecting to a female fire water sign, and it looks like you are in some way, shape, or form betrayed. Either way, it is a significant amount of pain that causes you to become distracted by this. They know better. They shouldn't be like this. They shouldn't. I think it's a bit of an accident, to be honest with you. But either way, they did it. They're standing their ground. They're not letting up. And this kind of pulls you away from this momentum you had going over here. It's like the way you had success was understanding when you went to go about your journey, you know, go about doing your thing, that it wasn't about being very fast at accomplishing thing you needed to accomplish. You understood how the smaller things built up to the whole, and you were free to move around. This distraction puts you in a tower that they're in a weird way haunting and guarding. You're no longer moving free anymore in this type of situation when this type of pain distracts you to this level, so to speak. But as you notice, we have the Ten of Pentacles here. This is like your financial success. This is the longevity beyond just financial, the baseline of financial success kind of thing. This is everything you've worked towards. And here is the distraction. Here's where it can happen. It's going to happen. But you have the Chariot. You have this in between, this way or that way. it looks like you will initially be pulled towards this distraction. It's going to gut you a little bit and really hurt you and, be enough of a bait to pull your attention that way. But I don't see you physically moving that way. There's still you still have your eye on the prize, so to speak. And I don't see a decision being made this weekend, but it is something to consider that you can choose, no matter how much this can hurt, and no matter if they meant well or harm, to not give this your attention, essentially, and to redirect your, refocus. Don't get pulled off. You made it this far. Keep going. So there you go. Leo, this is interesting. You have a bit of a simultaneous financial and romantic situation coming in. But it's not about getting everything you want, cake and eating it too. You are going to have to choose. I do want you to pay attention to that. So it looks like we've got a new financial opportunity coming in for you. This could be the new job you've been waiting for. Maybe you've been looking for an opportunity that will allow you to have more hours or get that little bit of promotion that you want. Whatever it is, you're excited about it. It's a very positive thing. It's something that's kind of consuming you consuming all of your attention is the best way I can put it. But out of nowhere this weekend, sneaking up behind is somebody, and may I mention from your past, when I see the Six of Cups here, that wants to grab your attention in a sexual way. It's less to do about love and more the bedroom, if you know what I mean. They have quite an appetite. And it looks like they are honed in on you. I kind of get the vibe that they subconsciously were drawn to you. Like they weren't seeing your success and thinking, I will use that against them. I am jealous. It's more of a, without even realizing it, they were drawn to all this positive, good vibed energy. You were focused on yourself. You didn't even mean to, and you kind of threw out a bait and line and pulled them in. Either way, they're going to be popping up. There's somebody from the past, and they are drawn to you. They want you, but it feels unhealthy. It feels a little too attached. It doesn't feel like it's for the right reason. It's maybe not something you want to necessarily get drawn into, if that makes sense. There's nothing wrong with, hooking up with people or, somebody from the past or anything like that. But this, it doesn't feel like it's the kind of energy you want to flow with, especially with your newfound energy you're going to come in contact with. Now, I can see in the Four of Wands upright and the High Priestess in reverse, they're nearby. That's a given. But it looks like when you're kind of out and about hanging with friends, you're going to get a lot of secondhand information. And that's where the kind of trouble comes in. Because it feels like this secondhand information that you hear that pulls you into maybe being interested in this person is just that. It's secondhand information. It's not necessarily fact. So if anything is enticing you, remember, it is just trying to entice you during your good time. Enjoy your friends, whatever. They can talk about whatever they want to talk about. Enjoy and get excited about this opportunity that's presenting itself and really thrive in it. But pay attention to the fact that not everything is as it seems. It's not too good to be true. And that, there's a time and a place when to enjoy things casually, and this is not the person or the time and the place. Don't let them mess with your energy. Sometimes in life we get this weird magnetic effect when it comes to being ourselves. So definitely pay attention to that. All right, Pisces, we've got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It looks like things are a little bit more in the downswing. It doesn't necessarily mean there's a lot of bad luck and errors coming your way. Not at all. It's just like, what it feels like when everything seems to be working out. It's like you're hearing back quickly about things. There's lots of results and progress and all this type of stuff. And this slight change, this feeling of stagnation, this thing feeling limiting or whatever, it's kind of really getting you down. I can see in the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. It looks like it's starting to feel like things are becoming and feel like a chore. Responsibility feels like it's too much for you right now. You're starting to lose your sense of dedication and discipline, and you're just like, I just, this is taking away my motivation. Now, I do want to give you a bit of a warning when I see the Three of Cups in reverse and the Empress upright. It looks like you're going to have some friends who are going to try to be like, oh, I totally understand what you're going through. Let me be there for you. Let me help you. Kind of take that motherly sort of role, like offer to take you out and have fun or something this weekend. And I'm just letting you know, do not trust them as far as you can throw them. These friends do not have necessarily the best intentions. Yes, you do deserve to be mothered and taken care of this weekend to kind of revive yourself and unwind from this sort of viewpoint and perspective you're at when it comes to going about things. And you can get that from somebody else, but you're kind of more closer knit group of friends that are going to be reaching out to you. They don't have the best intentions. It kind of feels like they're masquerading. This is the kind of friend who's like, oh no, I totally, I want to help out. But in reality, that helping out is just so they can talk behind your back, or this is something to make them feel good, and they kind of always talk passive aggressively about you. This is for sure a charade. Definitely avoid them. Don't take them up on their offer. Go find maybe your own mom or somebody you're close to, maybe somebody who is a sibling or a romantic partner that can, and just be like, listen, can I be the baby this weekend? Can you just, buy me and take and make me food and just take care of anything? I really need it right now. Could you be the one to do it? That's definitely where you should put your attention at the moment, but just beware of people that might kind of bring you down more, and you don't really need that. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please consider giving it a like and subscribing. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.